Israel has stopped a ship carrying aid to Gaza, arresting Greta Thunberg and other well-known activists. Earlier, Israel had announced its intention to block the aid boat carrying Thunberg. The United States has used its veto power to block a Security Council resolution that called for a lasting ceasefire in Gaza. Furthermore, the Trump administration has imposed sanctions on 4 judges from the International Criminal Court due to cases involving Israel and the United States.
Trump has set a goal to achieve 400 gigawatts of nuclear energy by the year 2050, with plans to have 10 large nuclear reactors under construction by the year 2030. Trump has removed the ban on supersonic flights in the United States, proclaiming his initiative as making aviation great again. Furthermore, he is seeking $1 billion to support private sector-driven exploration of Mars.
In the United States, National Guard soldiers have been deployed to Los Angeles as immigration demonstrations escalate into violence. In a heated exchange titled Deranged, California Governor Gavin Newsom and Fox News host Jesse Hegseth exchange sharp words. The Defense Secretary is contemplating the deployment of Marines to Los Angeles, a move that Newsom criticizes Hegseth for suggesting. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy defends the potential deployment, stating it would not be overly aggressive. Newsom faces a warning about potential criminal tax evasion if he decides to withhold federal taxes, a strategy he previously considered in response to Trump's threats against California. Fox News provides commentary as Besant criticizes Newsom's reckless proposal to withhold $80 billion in federal taxes amid a controversy involving transgender athletes. Trump warns of troops everywhere and promises to prosecute any California officials who hinder deportations. Trump has directed an investigation into Biden's aides regarding a supposed health-related conspiracy and the use of an autopen. The U.S. Justice Department has decided to dismiss a lawsuit against Trump's advisor, Peter Navarro. FBI Director Kash Patel has hinted at a possible significant advancement in the investigation into the origins of COVID-19. Trump had a conversation with Xi Jinping regarding trade matters and mentioned that discussions between the United States and China are expected to begin again soon. European companies that supply the automotive industry have closed their factories due to China's restriction on the supply of rare earth elements, according to an association. In response, automakers are urgently seeking alternative solutions to China's dominant control over rare earth magnets. Putin has given the green light for a significant overhaul of Russia's navy, as stated by a Kremlin aide.
An asset manager associated with Trump has submitted an application to the SEC for a Bitcoin ETF related to Truth Social. The Trump Organization is seeking a comprehensive trademark that includes a wide range of products, from crypto wallets to virtual cologne. Switzerland has approved the exchange of cryptocurrency tax information with 74 countries. In the United States, Citibank is revising its policies to avoid debanking customers based on their ownership of firearms or their political opinions.
The U.S. Education Department has issued a warning to Columbia University, threatening its accreditation due to concerns about anti-Semitism on campus. This move is part of a broader effort by Trump officials to address pro-Palestine protests at Columbia. Trump has suspended the entry of foreign students intending to study at Harvard, and Secretary McMahon is urging Harvard to engage in negotiations with the Trump administration. Furthermore, Trump is planning to reduce Pell Grants, which could potentially restrict access to higher education for low-income students.
The United States is set to reject enterprises' applications to export ethane to China. American retailers are insisting that Chinese companies cover the shipping expenses as trade tensions intensify. The ongoing trade conflict initiated by Trump has postponed the introduction of Apple Intelligence into the Chinese market. The United Nations Ocean Summit has commenced in Nice, emphasizing the need to enhance marine conservation efforts. A study indicates that while reforestation cannot reverse global warming, it might offer some assistance, although tree planting initiatives could potentially exacerbate climate change. Vietnam has decided to eliminate its two-child policy due to concerns that an aging population could hinder economic expansion.
Iran's supreme leader, Khamenei, has dismissed the United States' proposal for a nuclear deal and has pledged to continue enriching uranium. In response to Iran's negative reaction to the U.S. offer, former President Trump accused Iran of slow-walking the process. The Wall Street Journal has reported that Iran has placed orders with China for materials necessary to produce hundreds of ballistic missiles. A think tank has revealed that the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, discovered that Iran conducted and concealed implosion tests in 2003, which are crucial for developing a nuclear weapon.
Elon Musk has distanced himself from Donald Trump by labeling the GOP megabill as a disgusting abomination, leading to a heated feud between the two. This conflict has escalated to the point where Musk has threatened to cut contracts and support impeachment efforts against Trump. In response, Musk mentioned that SpaceX might decommission the Dragon spacecraft following Trump's threats, although he later left this uncertain. Musk also deleted controversial posts about Trump and the Epstein files, which had previously included footage of Trump with Jeffrey Epstein, as the feud intensified. Trump has cautioned Musk about consequences if he supports Trump's rivals, while a significant Epstein-related post has vanished. A report claims that Trump, feeling dejected, has declared his relationship with Musk over and accused him of being a big-time drug addict.
Researchers have discovered that Meta applications are exploiting Android to monitor users' sensitive browsing history. The FBI has reported that the Badbox 2.0 Android malware has infected millions of consumer devices. Furthermore, sources indicate that a breach at Coinbase is connected to a customer data leak in India. The United Kingdom plans to construct as many as 12 additional attack submarines. The European Union has allocated billions of euros from its COVID-19 funds to enhance defense expenditures. A study has revealed that the number of troop casualties in the ongoing Ukraine conflict is approaching 1.4 million.
The U.S. housing market currently has an unprecedented surplus of nearly 500,000 more sellers than buyers, which is expected to lead to a decrease in home prices. Asking rents are dropping in 28 major U.S. metropolitan areas, marking the highest number since 2023. ProPublica has revealed that Doge has developed an AI tool that is prone to errors, intended to process Veterans Affairs contracts. Furthermore, in the United States, justices have allowed Doge to access Social Security data and have permitted the team to protect certain records.
The Wall Street Journal has disclosed that Meta is in discussions with Disney and A24 regarding content for its upcoming virtual reality headset. Semaphore has reported that Netflix has acquired the pilot for Daily Beast TV as it competes with YouTube. Asus is set to unveil the new ROG Xbox Ally and ROG Xbox Ally X gaming handhelds, which promise to deliver the ultimate gaming experience by combining the features of Xbox and Windows PC in a single handheld device. Amazon is getting ready to conduct trials with humanoid robots designed to deliver packages. The Transportation Security Administration, TSA, is developing haptic technology that allows users to experience the sensation of touch in virtual reality environments. An academy in Beijing has introduced an open-source AI model called RoboBrain, which is intended for use in China's humanoid robots.
Elon Musk has stated that SpaceX's revenue is projected to surpass NASA's budget by the year 2026. It has been reported that missions to Mars using the Starship spacecraft might be completed in just 3 months. Furthermore, scientists have indicated that there is an estimated value of over $1 trillion in platinum that could potentially be extracted from the craters on the Moon. The Wall Street Journal has also reported that disinformation from the Pentagon has contributed to the development of America's UFO mythology.
According to a report by Bloomberg, it has been revealed that Chinese hackers infiltrated a United States telecommunications company approximately 1 year prior to the wireless breaches that were previously known. Russian intelligence has stated that it has been gathering data from the popular messaging application WeChat. Furthermore, Apple has disclosed that it provided governments with information regarding thousands of push notifications.
Research indicates that individuals from younger age groups are at a reduced risk of developing dementia. Another study has discovered a potential connection between microplastics derived from biodegradable materials and the onset of diabetes. A recent investigation has identified a relationship between the presence of green spaces and instances of police violence.
Microsoft and CrowdStrike have introduced a joint glossary aimed at reducing confusion in identifying threat actors. China has accused Taiwan of operating 5-week Advanced Persistent Threat (APT) groups, allegedly with assistance from the United States. OpenAI has discovered that more Chinese groups are utilizing ChatGPT for harmful activities.
Semaphore has disclosed that Business Insider has been suggesting books that do not exist to its employees as it increasingly incorporates AI into its operations. The Washington Post is considering allowing amateur writers to contribute columns, assisted by AI technology. Furthermore, OpenAI is retaining deleted ChatGPT conversations as part of its ongoing legal proceedings with the New York Times.
Hegseth is proposing a change in the name of a Navy ship that currently honors Harvey Milk, a prominent figure in the gay rights movement. The Trump administration has decided to terminate the emergency abortion requirement that was previously in place for hospitals. Furthermore, The Atlantic has published an article stating that the Trump administration is allocating $2 million to investigate whether diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) initiatives are linked to plane crashes.
Polymarket and Elon Musk's platform, X, have revealed a collaboration in the realm of prediction markets. Meta is engaged in discussions regarding a substantial investment in Scale AI, which might exceed $10 billion. Sam Altman's innovative technology for identification through eye scanning is now being introduced in the United Kingdom.
Rwanda has decided to leave the Central African Regional Group, citing claims of interference by the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Research indicates that caffeine consumption enhances the brain's complexity during sleep, moving it closer to a critical state. A court in California has ruled that using a phone to access maps while driving is against the law.
A Chinese aircraft carrier has navigated near Japan's easternmost island for the first time. The head of AFRICOM has cautioned that China is trying to mimic the United States' aid efforts as Washington reduces its involvement. There have been reports of an increase in Chinese propaganda following the U.S. decision to cut funding for Radio Free Asia. Furthermore, it has been noted that China is playing a significant role in the development of Egypt's new capital, which is expected to accommodate 6 million residents, by providing $15 billion in support for its construction. Germany has introduced a substantial package of €45.8 billion in corporate tax incentives aimed at revitalizing its sluggish economy. China has initiated the large-scale production of the world's first non-binary AI chip, a groundbreaking achievement by Chinese scientists. This specialist carbon nanotube AI chip is not only the first of its kind but also highly efficient in terms of energy consumption. XL has reported that approximately 20% of tech startups valued at over $1 billion are expected to fail.
In the United States, the border czar has warned that leading California officials might face arrest if they obstruct immigration raids. In response, Governor Gavin Newsom defiantly challenged the threat, stating, "Tom, arrest me. Let's go," and announced that California plans to sue President Trump over the deployment of the National Guard. He also dared the border czar to make the arrest. The Economist has commented that sending the National Guard to Los Angeles is not intended to quell rioting. The New York Times has noted that President Trump is eager for a confrontation in California regarding immigration, following 2 consecutive days of immigration protests in Los Angeles. Trump has deployed the National Guard, a move that Governor Newsom has criticized as being purposefully inflammatory.
A UK advisor has stated that Russia is currently engaged in conflict with Britain and that the United States can no longer be considered a dependable ally. Following a conversation with Putin, Trump has proposed that Ukraine and Russia should continue their conflict for some time. Renault is in talks with France about the possibility of producing drones in Ukraine.
Elon Musk was present at a Moscow event supported by the Kremlin, where he expressed admiration for Putin and disseminated Russian propaganda. The Guardian has also reported that a neo-Nazi group is actively attempting to expand its presence in the United States, with plans for a paramilitary training event. Members of the Proud Boys, who were released by Trump, are now taking legal action against the government, seeking compensation of $100 million.
Elon Musk removed a post where he promised to apologize to Donald Trump if the former president released all the Epstein files. Previously, their conflict intensified when Musk claimed Trump was mentioned in the Epstein files. Musk also stated that Trump would have lost the 2024 election without his support, while their big, beautiful bill feud persisted. In response, Trump informed CNN that he wasn't considering Musk and wouldn't communicate with him for some time, labeling Musk as the man who has lost his mind as their dispute continued. Steve Bannon commented on Musk's situation, saying, "Told you," and suggested deporting Musk during this tumultuous breakup with Trump. A Russian official mentioned that Moscow is prepared to offer Musk asylum if needed, as Musk contemplates forming a third party amid his ongoing conflict with Trump.
Forward reports that in the United States, the head of the Anti-Defamation League, ADL, has equated student protesters with ISIS and Al-Qaeda during a speech to Republican officials. This has led to condemnation from the Council on American Islamic Relations, CAIR, which labeled ADL CEO Jonathan Greenblatt's remarks as an unhinged, racist rant targeting Black and Palestinian Americans. The Muslim Public Affairs Council, MPAC, is calling for an apology from Greenblatt for his comparison of student protesters to these terrorist groups. Documents from Hamas allegedly reveal significant connections and coordination with Qatar and the terror group. In other news, Israeli arms sales have set a new record for the 4th consecutive year, reaching $14.8 billion in 2024. However, Spain has decided to cancel a $325 million purchase of anti-tank missiles from Israel's Rafael. Trump claims that Los Angeles will be liberated as protests against ICE persist. while the Department of Homeland Security reports that ICE has apprehended some of the most dangerous illegal immigrants in Los Angeles, including individuals guilty of murder, sexual offenses, and other violent crimes. Trump's administration has requested Serbia, a friendly nation, to take in deportees. Furthermore, Trump has signed a travel ban affecting nationals from 12 countries, with additional restrictions on 7 more, and he mentions that Egypt is not included in the travel ban because they have things under control.
Trump has officially requested Congress to retract previously approved spending that has been identified by DOJ. The Congressional Budget Office, CBO, has projected that Trump's proposed bill might increase the national deficit by $2.4 trillion and result in 11 million individuals losing their health insurance. Trump's administration postponed the release of a farm trade report due to concerns about the deficit forecast.
Discover the latest updates in the realms of cryptocurrency, politics, technology, and beyond. Stay informed with Scrawler's edition from June 9, 2025, which provides a comprehensive daily news digest.